Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tom Wilson Park here in beautiful Owen Sound as we get set for today's North Dufferin Baseball League game between the hometown Owen Sound Baysox and the visiting Ivy Rangers. A beautiful day for baseball today. Coming into this matchup, the visitors, the Ivy Rangers, they sit in fourth position, a record of 13-5-2 in the North Dufferin League. The Owen Sound Baysox not be far behind them in the ninth spot, though. Not quite as many wins for the Baysox this season. In fact, their record almost looks the opposite, 5-13-1. Obviously, hoping for some big things here at home today. Trying to get back into the win column. There you see Ryan Barr. He's going to be leading things off for the Ivy Rangers as he makes his way to home plate. Let's take a look at those full standings right now for the North Dufferin Baseball League. The Bolton Brewers having a great season. They're leading the way at 15-2-2. New Lowell right behind them, though, with 31 points in the season. So it's still very much up for grabs at the top, and you can see Clearview is up there as well. But when we get down to the bottom, there you see Owen Sound hanging out near the bottom with the Aurelia Majors. Not a great day for them. And a swing by Barr and a strike to start things off here in the top of the first. There's a pitch in, and that one well hit to the center fielder. It's going to drop in for a base hit to start things off for Barr. That ball dropping just in front of Bartley in center field there for the Baysox. Trevor Smith on the mound. Checks the runner at first. He'll throw over to first just to keep the runner honest there. Trevor Smith has pitched 28.2 innings in 7 games coming into the game today for the Baysox. First pitch in and a strike called. Parker Walker in the batter's box right now for the Rangers. Pitch in, strike 2 called. Looking good for Smith here early on in this appearance. Smith again. Comes set, delivers. That one in the dirt. Runner will advance to second. Very quickly back is Brown, the catcher, to retrieve that ball and get it back to the mound. But a base given up on that one. 1-2 the count. Smith checks the runner now at second. Delivers. That one looks like it was just a bit outside of the zone. Ball 2 called. Smith again keeping an eye on that runner. Outside for ball 3. That runs the count full. Smith now was way ahead in this at-bat. See if he can throw a strike here. And no. Just on the outside of the zone. Looked pretty close from my angle, but my angle's a little bit off here, so we're going to give the umpire the benefit of the doubt on that one. A walk issued here. Coming up now is Adrian Gutierrez. 271 average for him this season for the Ivy Rangers. 2 runners on. Gutierrez swings at that first one, ticks it back for a foul. Two home runs for Gutierrez this season. Smith now looks as though he's got the sign. That one's going to be low for a ball. 1-1. Gutierrez settling in. Smith again, checking second. Another tick back for a foul. 1-2. Looks like the umpire might have got clipped on that one, so he just needs a second there. Those ones can sting for just a moment. They're just going to check on him to make sure that he's all right here. Not sure if he got it on just the outside of the forearm there. They're just going to have a look. Not sure that medical attention is going to be completely necessary in this one, but let's just see if we can pick it up on the replay here. And oh yeah, you can see where that's just off the outside of the elbow, and that one, oh, we all feel that one watching that in slow-mo. Nice job by our Rogers crew to get that one. Looks like the ump is okay, so we will resume the at-bat for Gutierrez. Smith on the mound. Checks the runner. Pitch in, swung on, missed, and that is a live ball. Runners will advance. They think about coming home, but Brown was able to collect the ball quickly enough. A little bit of a maybe possible miscommunication. Nobody seemed to be aware if the ball was live or dead on that one, but it turned out to be a live ball. And once again, the runners have advanced and are in great scoring position for Gutierrez. Actually make that an out for Gutierrez on the swinging out there. Quintana up. That one well hit, drops in. 1-1 will score, and they missed the play at first. Now the second run is going to make a play, and that will easily come across to make it 2-0 here. So some miscommunication a little bit has brought in a couple runs here. And it looked like an error, probably assigned that an error on the first baseman. Pitch in for a strike on Davies, the second baseman now at bat. Davies a .304 average this season, strike two. Comes into this game with one home run on the season. Got a man on here with one out. 0-2 count. That one hit hard out to left field, and they've got it. Looks like Gibson came in there, the shortstop. Now he's going to try to get the man at first on the tag, and they do get him. And that is going to be the ending. 2 outs very quickly there. A pop-up out, and then the runner at first maybe wasn't sure if there was 2 outs. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but just a little bit of a miscommunication on the base running. The damage is done, though. 2 runs come across for the Ivy Rangers. They lead it heading into the bottom of the first. Baysox will be up to bat, led by the shortstop, Gibson. Not only is he got the best offensive numbers for the Baysox, he's also one of the best in the league. There you see the catch made. They looked like it was going to drop, but then you see very quickly they get the ball in, and they're able to get the forced out at first. Warming up now for the Ivy Rangers. Their starting pitcher today, that's Matt Barr. Comes into this game with 20 innings pitched over 5 games. He's got about the third or fourth biggest workload in terms of the pitching staff this season. 9 runs, 10 hits, 12 walks issued over his 20 innings pitched. He does have 32 strikeouts to lead his team in strikeouts. About 8 more than the next pitcher on the staff, which is Braden French. Walker, the catcher, continuing to work with Matt Barr, make sure that the arm is ready to go as Kirk Gibson stands in the batter's box watching things. Make that the on-deck circle, I should say. And now it looks like we're ready to go as Gibson will step up to take the first at-bat for the Baysox in the bottom of the first. Barr on the mound as Gibson steps in. First pitch delivered. That one hit right up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Gibson, who swings at the first one he likes. And right away, the Owen Sound Baysox get to work with a runner on. Up next, the left fielder. This is Wilson. Wade Wilson has an average of 500 this season, 5 games played. Only a couple at-bats on his stat line so far as Wilson looked to drop the bunt there, but very quickly, Walker, the catcher, was eyeing up Gibson on first, and that little bit of lead he had there. Barr on the mound, checks Gibson at first. Barr delivers again. Wilson showing bunt here. And brought the attention of the third baseman, Quintana. He is ready for that bunt, should it be laid down properly. Or at least up the third base line, which is... Barr delivers again. That one on the outside. That runs the count to, I believe it's 3-0 here. Barr again outside, and that's going to result in a walk. So very quickly, much like the Ivy Rangers were able to accomplish in the first inning, top of the first, I should say, Baysox have put their first 2 men on base. Coming to the plate now is Ryan Bartley, the center fielder. Bartley comes into this game with a .404 average. He's appeared in 18 games, 52 at-bats this season for the Baysox. Barr delivers the outside, quick throw to third, and that one bobbled. He's going to be safe. Kirk Gibson with some heads-up base running, able to beat that throw. Runners at the corners now for the Baysox. Picked this up, and you can just see how quick Gibson was there, and he might have had the tag in time, but unfortunately the ball didn't come through on the delivery. That one fouled off. Take the count to 1-1 for Bartley. Bartley staring down the 1-1 pitch. I want a strike. 1-2. Barr keeping an eye on Gibson. Again, one of the best offensive players in the league. He actually leads the league in average. That one pitched outside. Gibson is thinking about running home, but Walker didn't have to go too far to recover that one. Wilson advances to second. Barr has his sign, delivers 2-2 pitch. That one well hit, but foul down the third base line. Bartley looking to just get something in play here. Try to tie this game up. There's the pitch, one outside. Ball 3 called. And Bartley looking at a full count situation. Matt Barr again. Had some run support coming into the inning, but check swing there, and it's going to be called outside. Ball it is, and that will walk the bases full. As first baseman Post comes up. Back-to-back walks issued here. And now Matt Barr's got himself in a real jam. Bases loaded, no outs. Facing off against Post. Byron Post, who's got a .293 average as he fouls that first one back. Post has appeared in 18 games, has 58 at-bats for the Baysox this season. This is pretty much the guy you would want to have up in this situation right now. Bases loaded, no outs. And that one is going to hit him, and that will bring in a run as Gibson comes across the plate to pull the Baysox within one. Hit by pitch is Post, and that'll bring Van Cedar up now. Paul Van Cedar, .256 average, 15 games, 39 at-bats this season for the Baysox. There's a foul to start the at-bat. One fan has a souvenir. Barr looking in. The 0-1. That one again fouled back, and that's well fouled back here. That's going to go across the street at Tom Williams Field. Barr would very much love to get an out here. See if he powers this one in for another strike. 0-2 pitch, fouled back again. Big battle going here between Barr and Van Cedar. Van Cedar would love to get this game tied, if not get a little bit more going. Barr would just love to see a ground ball double play and try to get out of this inning as quickly as possible. Barr delivers, that one swung on. Infield chopper, picked up by the shortstop. Throw over to first is going to be in time. That's all they're going to get as a run will come in to score. And Van Cedar gets the RBI. Baysox tie it up at 2 here in the bottom of the first, and they are still working with just one away and runners still on second and third. At the plate now is the catcher. This is Cole Brown. 16 games for him with the Baysox this season, 33 appearances at the plate. He's got a .303 average. First pitch in for a strike. Barr can get out of this inning with just 2 runs on, considering where he was. That'll be an accomplishment anyway. That one high and outside, ball 1. Brown ready. That one strike called. Brown looked like he thought about it there. Thought it was probably going to be outside, but the umpire saw a bit of a different angle on that pitch. Barr delivers that one low. That's ball 2. Couple Baysox on base. Ryan Bartley and Post. Barr delivers that one low. Ball 3 runs the count full. Barr's been a little bit outside the strike zone here. See if he gets that one. That one fell right back in front of me here. Count will stay full. That one quickly picked up by Greg Bartley, who's on deck. He'll be up to bat next. That one swung on and fouled back again. Almost went into the, I guess you call it the clubhouse here at Tom Williams Field. And Brown is staying alive in this at-bat. Again, take a look at Cole Brown's numbers. A couple extra base hits this season for him. And that one won't matter. He's going to walk it down to first. For Cole Brown, that is the 5th time that he's been issued a walk this season. Actually, make that the 9th time. Brown walks a lot. Good eye. Once again, we find ourselves in a bases loaded situation for these Owen Sound Baysox, and a meeting at the mound occurring. See if they can settle down Matt Barr a little bit here. Again, in a jam. Talking about trying to get that double play ball here. Quickly get out of this inning and keep the damage to just 2.
Wait a second, man. What do you think a teacher's gonna look like this year?
Looks like we're all set. As Greg Bartley is going to step up. His first plate appearance of the day. 11 games for him, 15 at-bats. 2 runs on 5 hits for him this season. First pitch to Bartley. That one is high for a ball. Bartley showing bunt on that one. See if they can, see if the plan is to squeeze a run here. No, he swings at that one and he'll get it through. 1 run easily comes in. 2nd one coming across. Throw to the plate will be not in time. And the Baysox double up the lead, 4-2. Thanks to Greg Bartley's single. Take a look at the replay on this last hit by Greg Bartley. Well placed just over the second baseman. He took a stab at it, but 2 runs come in on that well-placed ball by Greg Bartley. First pitch is a strike to Walsh. The 3rd baseman. That's Wade Walsh up. 5 games and 2 at-bats for Walsh this season. Ball 1. That one low for ball 2 on Wilson. Or make that Walsh. Couple Baysox on the baselines. Brown's over at second. Bartley's at first. As Wilson sees that one go outside. Ball 3. Barr will be very happy to get out of this inning. As that one swung on by Wilson. A chopper picked up by the shortstop. Second gets to first, but didn't look like it was in time there. And this is Smith up to bat now. Ten games for Smith, 9 at-bats this season. To the pitcher of record right now for the Baysox as he sees that one in for a strike. Fouled off. Barr delivers. That one high. First ball into Smith. Baysox looking to maybe cash one more if they can with the 9th hitter here, Smith. Barr again has his sign. That one, ooh, not sure. Made some contact there. Not sure if that was, looked like it was off the catcher. Two and two for Smith now. There's the pitch. That one popped up. And it's going to be well fell. Count stays at 2 and 2. Smith will be no doubt back up to pitch again. That one swung on. Strike 3. And finally, the bottom of the first comes to an end here, but the Owen Sound Baysox do some damage, putting 4 runs up on the board and taking a 4-2 lead. Based on everything we saw in that first inning, likely, maybe, to be an offensive day today. We'll have to wait and see if these two teams can settle things down, if the pitchers can settle things down here, but let's take a look at the batting order now for the Ivy Rangers. During that first inning, we got as far as Davies, Riley Davies, the second baseman. Noah Sauter will be up first, the left fielder. Big one there on this lineup, though, as you can imagine, is the leadoff man, Ryan Barr. Coming into this game, Ryan Barr with a .389 average. He's appeared in the most games of any of his teammates for the Ivy Rangers. Home run leader, though, on the team, well, that's a 3-way tie between Adrian Gutierrez, Craig Spears, who's not as a starter in the game today, and Ryan Barr. They all have 2 home runs each. And we'll take a look now at how the Baysox look defensively out in the field. Waylon Wilson, Ryan Bartley, Greg Bartley, your outfield. Infield, Wade Walsh at third, Kirk Gibson at short, Paul Van Cedar at second, and Brian Post over at first. And, of course, Trevor Smith, who we just saw bat moments ago, the number 9 hitter on this Baysox lineup. He's pitching today with Cole Brown at the plate. Decent crowd here in Owen Sound at Tom Williams Field. Saturday afternoon, game started with temperatures about 24 degrees and looks like nothing but sunshine in the forecast for the rest of the day. Very few clouds in the sky today. This is a perfect day for baseball. Smith still warming up on the mound. As we head to the top of the second, as mentioned, coming up for the Ivy Rangers is going to be the left fielder Sauter. Sauter comes into the game today, Noah Sauter that is, with 37 at-bats over 15, 10 runs scored on 21 hits. Seems to have an eye for the ball, though, Noah Sauter does, as he's got 4 walks this season. Second only to the team leader, Ryan Barr, with 11. And it looks like we are all set to go. Umpire just double checking with Cole Brown to make sure that Trevor Smith is ready. And we'll lead off with Noah Sauter. Sauter was part of the All-Star game a couple weeks ago here. Sees a pitch for strike 1. Smith delivers that one well outside, ball 1. Pitch again outside, ball 2. Smith, that's the sign. Delivers, that one swung on a 2. Looks like he's ready here. That one outside, a swinging strike. And of course the ball came loose, so the player does have the option to run to first. And well, in this case, that works out. You don't often see that one work out, but it did this time. Adam Vander Hayden steps up to the plate now. Vander Hayden in his 13th game for the Ivy Rangers, 28 at-bats, 6 runs scored on 9 hits. He's been hit by a pitch twice this season. So he fouls that one back. Smith checks the runner at first. Throws that one in, hit up the middle right to Gibson at short. He's got one there, throw to first, dropped at first. Can't get the double play. But they'll get the runner at second. Sauter retired. Up now is Braden French. Has a 200 average, has appeared in 16 games and 20 at-bats this season for the Rangers. As French watches that one go by for strike one. French, the right fielder. 0-1 pitch. That one popped up down the third base line. Left fielder in motion, sliding catch. Did he get it? Based on the fan reaction, it sounds like he might have. And a nice running catch. We'll see if we can pick that up on the replay here. That is a lot of ground to cover in a very short amount of time to make that play. And there it is. Beautiful catch. Someone send that to SportsCenter for the top 10. Walker now, the shortstop, ticks that one back. Strike one. This is Mason Walker, appearing in his 16th game today. He's got 21 at-bats. Just 2 hits in those 21 at-bats for Mason Walker. Looking to change those numbers a little bit with this at-bat, though. Smith in, that one fouled back off the backstop. Walker finds himself in an 0-2 spot with 2 out here. Smith throws it, that one fouled up and well back. Walker will live to see another pitch, at least in this at-bat. Smith delivers, 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And Walker will sit down to end the top of the second. Well, much different effort out there for the Owen Sound Baysox from the first inning that we saw. Great defensive plays. And they are able to get 4 up and 4 down, or 4 up and 3 down, I should say, for the Ivy Rangers. Let's take a look at the batting order for the Baysox, which, by the way, went through its entire order in the first inning. Every single name you see on your screen got to bat in inning number 1. 4 runs of support coming through with that. Kirk Gibson, as we mentioned, not just the best batter statistically on the Owen Sound Baysox this season, also leading the league in a number of categories, including average, 581, and on-base percentage at 681. 13 games and 43 at-bats for Kirk Gibson this season. Working down the lineup there. There's some other highlights on this Owen Sound lineup to to keep an eye on. Brian Post has got a ton of at-bats for the Baysox this season. He leads the team in 58 at-bats and a .293 average. You see him down there in the number 4 spot. He had that opportunity in the first inning. Bases loaded, no outs. Definitely the guy with that amount of experience you want coming to the plate in that situation. That's why he's batting cleanup today. Trevor Smith, of course, the pitcher down near the bottom. And let's take a look at how the defense looks on the field for the Ivy Rangers. Noah Sauter out in left field, Ryan Barr in center, and Braden French, who we just saw at the plate, in right. Taking a look at the infield. Anthony Quintana at third, Mason Walker at short, Riley Davies at second, and Adam Vandenhayden at first. And then Matt Barr, who we've seen on the mound here this afternoon. And Barr delivers. First pitch in. That's to Gibson. Back to the top of the order for the Baysox. Another pitch, another ball there as Gibson runs the count to 2-0. Barr. 2-0 pitch, that one again, high up there. Gibson felt that one. Gotta like this count now, 3-0. See if Barr goes for the strike zone, and not really, maybe a good idea to pitch around a guy like that, who, as we just mentioned, does lead the team and the league in offensive statistics. So a walk issued for Gibson here. First inning, a single for Gibson, and then a stolen base afterwards. And now comes Waylon Wilson. First pitch into Wilson, a ball. Wilson scored a run last time up. He's also in his last plate appearance. That one, a strike called, 1-1. Barr delivers a butt lay down there. Off Wilson goes to first. The throw is in time. They'll get Wilson at first, but they advance Gibson on the sacrifice bunt. First out of the inning for the Baysox as Barr looks at Ryan Bartley, the center fielder. Bartley, a .404 average. He's been issued 12 walks this season as he takes strike one. Barr looks behind it. Gibson on second. Throws a strike. Runs the count to 0-2 on Bartley. And again, Barr taking a good long look at Gibson as he throws in a swinging strike three. Gets the strikeout here. I believe that might be the first strikeout. Actually, second strikeout thrown by Barr here. He struck out the pitcher, Trevor Smith, to end last inning. And again, we get through an inning from both these teams, and both these pitchers look much, much different. Barr at least has seen the entire order, but on the flip side, they've also seen him now once through. This is Post, the first baseman. Was issued a walk. His last at bat, scored a run. Barr working very quickly, the 0-2 count here on Post. Barr delivers that one, swung, and strike three. another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts issued, and the inning is the side is retired here. As all of a sudden, I don't know what was said to Barr in the dugout there, but whatever those words of encouragement were, they worked, and he looked much, much different and much, much more confident with his pitches in that top of the second. Baysox still on top, though, 4-2 here at Tom Williams Field in Owen Sound. Beautiful day for baseball. About 24 degrees on the field level right now. There's a nice breeze. I have no idea which direction it's coming out of. Trevor Smith will get some work in here for the Baysox. Let's take a look at Trevor Smith's pitching numbers this season. 7 games, 28 innings pitched, and 38 hits allowed for the Baysox. Let's take another look at the batting leaders. Now, this is for the entire North Dufferin Baseball League, and right there you see that name that we've already talked about, Kirk Gibson for Owen Sound. He's a player in the All-Star game a couple weeks ago here at Tom Williams Field. He was also the color commentator for the junior game that day. And he is tearing up this league, at least with his average. 581 there, you can see, in 48 at-bats. Creemore, Anson Dupuis, also saw him in the All-Star game a couple weeks ago, having a very good season. Owen Sound's got another player down at the bottom of the list there. You can see Ryan Bartley in number 10. We've talked about his numbers already today. 52 at-bats, the 400 average, and with Bartley as well this season. He's walked 12 times. The only other player on the Owen Sound lineup to have walked that many times this season is Nate Kramer, who is not a starter in today's game. Well, it looks like we are just about set to go. Top of the third, and the leadoff for the Ivy Rangers. That's going to be number 44, Ryan Barr, coming up. And Barr will see a low pitch come in for ball 1. Barr, the center fielder, swings at that one, hits it well to center field. That's going to drop and hit the fence, and at least probably a stand-up double here. Indeed it is for Ryan Barr. Pretty decent leadoff for the Ivy Rangers to start the top of the third here. You see the replay, and some great speed from the center fielder there. That's Ryan Bartley, but just a well-hit ball to start the inning for the Ivy Rangers. That one overthrown. It's going to hit the backstop, and Barr is going to advance to third on the pass ball. That's Parker Walker, new batter. He's the catcher for the Ivy Rangers, so you can tell he kind of felt the pain a little bit there, seeing that ball get past the catcher for the Baysox, Cole Brown. Smith, and that one well hit, popped way up. Looks like it's going to be an easy one. Play is made, and now the play to home. Runner coming in, slides, and throw came in, not on time though. And the Rangers are going to get one very quickly here to start the third. Parker Walker on the fly out. Sacrifice fly. Nice base running by Ryan Barr there. Barr is the most experienced of any members of the Ivy Rangers this season. He's got the most games played at 20. That one hit out to left fielder. Should be no problem there, and it isn't for Waylon Wilson. 2 away, but damage already done here by the Ivy Rangers. getting that first run. Third baseman Quintana up to bat now. Smith. That's a first pitch strike to Quintana. Quintana with a .415 average this season, 41 at-bats. Ball one. 1-1 pitch, that one hits. Kirk Gibson indicating he's got it, and he does. And that will retire the side. A run does score. Cuts the Baysox lead to 1. 4-3. Baysox are up now as we head to the midway point of the third inning. Due up for the Baysox. It'll be Paul Van Cedar up first. .256 average for Van Cedar. Also expecting, we'll see Cole Brown, the catcher, and Greg Bartley. That'll be their next three batters coming up for the Owen Sound Baysox. As Ryan make that Matt Barr, the pitcher for the Ivy Rangers, goes to work, getting warmed up. A 4-run first inning for him. He's settled down nicely since. In fact, last inning, a couple strikeouts issued. 3 strikeouts in total on the game for Matt Barr. This season, Matt Barr had 32 strikeouts coming into the game. That was by far the most on his team, so he can make that 35 based on the current count right now. It also led the team in hit by pitch marks. He's had, I think, at least one of those this game, but he came into it with 5 hit by pitches and 12 walks as well. At least those are some of the ugly numbers for Matt Barr. Otherwise, 1-1 is his record on the season, as it looks like he's just about set to go. Take a look over at Paul Van Cedar there in the on-deck circle. Van Cedar gets one more swing in, and he and his .256 average will now step into the batter's box. 39 at-bats for him coming into the game today. First time up for Van Cedar. Was an out. Flied out in the first inning. Barr to Van Cedar. Van Cedar hits it right away back to Barr, who tried to barehand it. Didn't quite work out for him. Van Cedar safe at first. And they're just checking on the pitcher Barr, because he did try to take a stab at it with his bare hand there, but he says he's okay. Van Cedar will reach first, the leadoff man. Followed up now by the catcher, Cole Brown. Issued a walk his first at bat. Barr checks Van Cedar at first. Pitch is in for a strike. Brown showing bunt. Barr looks in, has his sign. Again, checks Van Cedar. And maybe not quite happy yet. Now he is. There's the 0-1. That one swung on and missed. That had some heat on it there, as it looked like Brown was kind of swinging for the fences a little bit. Barr with the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout now issued by Barr. That'll bring up Greg Bartley, 333 average. His first at bat, reached base. There's the pitch by Barr. That one hit high up. It's a pop-up fly. Second baseman comes in, makes the easy catch. They tried to get Van Cedar again at first, but he hadn't come too far off the bag, so he's very quickly back in time. And Bartley is retired. Wade Walsh, the number 8 hitter, due up next. Take a quick look at this. You see the quick step back on the bag there by Van Cedar. Wade Walsh, 5 games for him this season. Had his first at bat in the first inning, reached base. There's Barr with a 1-0 pitch, just a bit outside, and they're going to call that one a strike. Barr, 1-1 pitch, outside, ball 2. Wilson getting some, or Walsh, I should say, getting some quality at bats here today. Sees that one go by for strike 2. Trevor Smith, the pitcher for the Baysox in the on-deck circle. As Barr delivers 2-2 pitch, and strike 3. Call got him looking. And Walsh will sit down. The 5th strikeout of the game issued by Barr, who looked a little bit rough in the first, but has since very well recovered and issues 2 more strikeouts that inning. Trevor Smith, the pitcher, will have to grab a glove instead. He will be due up to toss here for the Baysox. And into the top of the 4th. Owen Sound still hanging on to that 4-3 lead. These two teams pretty much have opposite records this season in the North Dufferin Baseball League. Ivy Rangers coming into the game 4th in the league, 13-5-2. Owen Sound 9th in the league, 5-13-1. Obviously, hoping to change things today with a victory. One thing the Ivy Rangers do very well is score runs. 145 runs scored for them this season. Owen Sound attack, they have reached triple digits in terms of their offense, but only 104 runs scored, 125 against. So defense a bit of an issue. Smith still working on the mound. Looks like he's about ready to go, as we'll see the leadoff man step up this inning. That's going to be Davies for the Ivy Rangers. Riley Davies, a 304 average. He's appeared in 19 games this season, 56 at-bats coming into the game today. Davies in the first inning. Flied out. Swings at that one for strike 1 to start the 4th. Smith on the mound. There's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball. That one hit to the center fielder. Rushing in and making the play. That was Ryan Bartley. Nicely done. Davies is retired. Take another quick look at that and see the speed on Ryan Bartley, able to track that one down in center field. Swing and a strike there for Sauter, left fielder, now at bat for the Ivy Rangers. Reached first, I should say, in his last plate appearance. That one hit up the middle. It goes past the second baseman into the center field. And they will hold Sauter at first. Again, second consecutive bat, he's reached first. That'll bring up Adam Vanderheyden. 321 average for him. 12 games and 28 at-bats. No extra base hits, no home runs for Vanderheyden this season. But he does have 9 hits. Smith checks the runner. Sauter at first. There's the pitch. That one hit right to the third baseman. They make the play at 2. They get the play at 1. And it'll be a double play to end the inning. Nice play by the third baseman there. That was Walsh who was able to turn that double play. And we will head to the midway point of the 4th. Baysox still hanging on to that 4-3 lead here. And there you see the inning-ending double play as the first baseman, that was Post, was able to snatch that one out of the dirt for the Baysox and preserve the third out. Matt Barr already making his way back out to the pitcher's mound for the Ivy Rangers. Due up first for the Owen Sound Baysox will be the pitcher, Trevor Smith. Smith's batting numbers are kind of the numbers you would expect to see from a pitcher this season. 9 at-bats coming into the game today. He has scored a run, and he has walked twice. The average, 182. Again, kind of exactly where you'd expect to find a pitcher to be. Smith still throwing hard. Again, he started this game. It looked like it was going to be a long day for Matt Barr. Matt Barr went through the entire Baysox order in the first inning, saw everybody before he got his third out, and then since then has issued 4 strikeouts. He does lead the team in strikeouts with 32, and now he's up to 37 already. In terms of strikeout leaders in the league, just taking a quick look here, I believe coming into today's action, it might have been Emerson Pendleton of the Mansfield Cubs with 44 Ks on the season. I believe he might be the leader, but very quickly getting some company here from Matt Barr if he can keep going through these Baysox hitters today. Looks like we're ready to go with Trevor Smith at the plate, and a called strike is what Trevor Smith will see for pitch number 1. In the bottom of the 4th here at this beautiful field in Owen Sound. That one high and outside, ball 1. Trevor Smith leading things off for the Baysox here, up against Matt Barr. 1-1. That one hit right up the first baseline to the first baseman. They'll step on the bag, and Smith will be retired for the first out of the bottom of the 4th. And we'll head to the top of the order now, and Kirk Gibson up, the shortstop. We've talked about the numbers already a couple of times. We've shown them on the screen. He is an offensive leader. not only for the Baysox, but in this league this season. Had the honor of calling a game with him just a couple weeks ago. Learned a bit more about his high-level baseball that he's been playing, and the fact that, yes, his name is Kirk Gibson. No, it does not have anything to do with that Kirk Gibson of baseball, Major League Baseball fame, Dodgers fame. And as we also learned, his teammate at school in the U.S. is named Alex Rodriguez, with no connection to that A-Rod. Gibson retired, and that'll be 2 down for the Baysox to start this inning. That'll bring up the left fielder now. Waylon Wilson, .333 average this season, over 36 at-bats. Wilson issued a walk in the first inning, laid down a sacrifice bunt in the second. Fouls the first one back. Barr, the 0-1 pitch. That one's outside for a ball. Seven walks on the season for Wilson, as that one is low, ball 2. Barr looks in, trying to get a 3-up, 3-down inning here. That one hit right to the shortstop, brought in easily, thrown to first, well in time, and it is a 3-up, 3-down inning for Barr, who again gets a little bit stronger every inning he's up for the Ivy Rangers. And that will take us to the 5th inning. Baysox still have that 4-3 lead. It's going to be the right fielder starting things off, Braden French, into his 17th game today as a member of the Ivy Rangers. He's got 20 at-bats coming into the day, 4 hits and 4 runs scored in that time. Is .407 on base percentage. That's for Braden French. We'll see him lead things off for the Ivy Rangers, followed by Mason Walker, and then we'll get back to the top of the order and Ryan Barr. Trevor Smith back to work, warming up for the Baysox here. Again, looking at Smith's pitching numbers on the season, coming into the day with 20 strikeouts, a 1-4 record. He's pitched 28.2 innings, second most amount of work of any of the Baysox pitching staff this season. 26 runs scored. Smith, I want to make quick work of these number 8 and 9 hitters here for the Ivy Rangers before the top of the order comes around. And it looks like Smith is just about ready to go, as Braden French will step in now. French leading things off here in the top of the 5th. First pitch by Smith. That'll be a called strike. The 0-1. That's outside, ball 1. Trevor Smith working quickly here. That one fouled back. Strike 2. easily the two of the more inexperienced hitters on this team, as that one's delivered. And first out is retired. French will head back to the dugout. That'll bring up Mason Walker, the shortstop, in the number 9 spot here today. 15 games, a 95 average for Walker this season, as he sees that one in for a strike. Walker's got 21 at-bats, 2 hits on the season. That one sneaks through. Will they get him in time? They do. Walker is retired, and that is exactly what Trevor Smith wanted. He wanted to quickly work through those 8 and 9 hitters before the batting order came around. Now it does, and here comes Ryan Barr. Barr's numbers on the season, a .389 average. 6 runs scored in 15 at-bats. Got a .588 on-base percentage. There's the pitch. That one's in for a strike. Good start for Smith here up against Barr. A 1 pitch, that one sneaks through again. No base runners to worry about this time. Smith, 1-1 pitch. Hopper to first. A little bit of a foot race here, but that one will be won by the first baseman, Post. And that will retire the side as the Baysox get a 3-up, 3-down inning. Exactly what Trevor Smith was hoping for. And they will head to the midway point of the 5th. 2 up for the Owen Sound Baysox will be Ryan Bartley, the center fielder, followed by the first baseman, Post, and Van Cedar, the second baseman. All coming up here to get into the bottom of the 5th, where the Baysox still lead this one 4-3. Of course, the senior teams here, they're still playing in the regular season, but the junior division, they're already done in the North Dufferin Baseball League, and they are getting ready for playoffs. The top 6 teams make the playoffs, and well, apologies to the Georgina Bulldogs, but for the Aurelia Royals, the Creedmoor Padres, the Orangeville Bengals, the Barrie Bay Cats, Innisfil Cardinals, and Mansfield Cubs, they are all off to the playoffs. And the favorites obviously looks like it's going to be Aurelia up at the top there, but it's a pretty good competition, pretty close otherwise through the middle there. And as you know, anything can happen when you get into a series. So we'll see how things go with the junior division here for the North Dufferin League. Some pretty good talent in that junior division. We saw the All-Star game here a couple of weeks ago, and their game was cut just a little bit short by the rain that day, but we still got to see some really good baseball. And it was right here, too, at Tom Williams Field in Owen Sound. Baysox hosted that event, did a fantastic job. Still on the mound there, of course, is Ivy Rangers pitcher Matt Barr. 5 strikeouts in the game for him today. Again, due up first for the Baysox will be Ryan Bartley. His numbers looking very good this season. Bartley with a .404 average, 52 at-bats, 18 runs on 21 hits scored. He's also reached base 12 times on walks this season, including in the first inning of this game. So make that 13 walks for Ryan Bartley, who's been seeing the ball well. Bartley steps in, and we are ready to go with the bottom of the 5th here. Baysox would dearly love to put a few more runs on the board, but Matt Barr has since locked things down, and Bartley starts off swinging at the first pitch like he did last inning. This time, though, it's going to be foul. Bartley just having a little conversation with the catcher Parker there. Barr comes set. 0-1 pitch. That one's outside for a ball. Pitch, that one hit down the third base line. Fair is the call here as Bartley goes around one. He's headed to two. Probably going to be a stand-up double, and it will be for Ryan Bartley, who made that one look easy. Good leadoff for the Baysox, who went 3 up, 3 down last inning against Matt Barr and the Rangers. That'll bring the first baseman up. Ryan Post comes to the plate. .293 average this season, 58 at-bats. He's got 17 hits. Barr takes a look back. There's a high one in for ball one. Post quickly gets ahead in the count. Bartley's got some speed too. We've seen it in center field as swing and a miss there for Post, strike one. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe Bartley is thinking about third as Barr keeps an eye on him. 1-1 pitch. That's high ball too. One pitch, swung and missed, strike two for Post. Runs the count to 2-2. See if anybody can bring Bartley home this inning. There's the 2-2 pitch, that one fouled back. Post stays alive. Van Ceder's on deck. Post in the cleanup spot here. 2-2 pitch, that's a hopper back to the pitcher. Easy play for Barr, makes it at first, and Bartley very smartly with the base running waited until the right time before he took third. So Post is retired, but he does advance the runner. We'll see how Owen Sound handles this situation. Will they try to manufacture a run here, or will Matt Barr have something to say about that? Van Ceder's at the plate. First pitch outside, ball one. Paul Van Ceder, a .256 average. 39 at-bats this season, 10 hits for him. Strike called there. One out with a runner at third for the Baysox as Barr issues the 1-1 pitch. Bunt shown, and Bartley was thinking about coming home had that bunt maybe gone up the first base line. And now with a 1-2 count, are they going to change their approach here? Looked like Van Ceder was looking back towards the dugout there. 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball two. No sign of bunt from Van Ceder on that one. Barr again. Checks the runner. 2-2 pitch, fouled back. And that means that Van Cedar will stay alive in this at-bat. The catcher, Cole Brown, on deck. His .300 average, waiting to have a say in what happens next in this game. Barr, fouled back again. Sure that made contact with the catcher at all or not, but everybody appears to be okay. Barr delivers that one, well hit. It's going to be into the gap it goes, and it's rolling to the fence. Bartley will easily come across the plate, and it'll be a stand-up double, just a stand-up double there, as Van Cedar is in before the throw. And a nice hit by Paul Van Cedar brings a run in, restores the 2-run lead for the Baysox. And we haven't really seen, not since the first inning have we kind of seen Barr labor a little bit. That's just a well-hit ball there by Van Cedar, who found the gap. Cole Brown up, the catcher now to bat. First pitch in for a strike. Brown struck out his last appearance in the 3rd inning. Was issued a walk in the 1st. There's Barr outside for ball 1. Baysox again have a runner in scoring position here thanks to the double hit by Van Cedar. That one right up the 3rd line, and that foul ball called right, well, a little bit of delay in the call from the home plate umpire there to call that one foul. But either way, Brown will have to trot back down to first and try this one again. Barr has a sign, checks the runner. Pitch in and a swinging strike. Strike 3. 6th strikeout issued of the game by Barr. Brown is retired. And that'll bring up Greg Bartley. .333 average for Bartley this season. Got a .444 on base percentages. See strike 1 come across the plate. Barr takes a look back. 1-0 pitch, swung and well missed by Bartley on that one. That one outside. Ball 1. Baysox have got that 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th, restored as that one's fouled down the first base line and right out of the park, in fact. A kid will run from the stands to go and retrieve that ball on the street as play continues here. Bartley at the plate, the right fielder. Whoa, had to duck on that one. Count to 2-2. Van Cedar at second. That one delivered and fouled back again here, as Bartley staying alive through this inning. Barr laboring just a bit this inning. Still issued a 6th strikeout of the game. There's the 2-2, and that'll be his 7th strikeout of the game as he retires the side. And we will head to the 6th inning The Baysox get some damage, though. Put up another run on the board, restore the 2-run lead going into the 6th inning here at Tom Williams Ball Field in Owen Sound. 5-4 the score through 5. And we'll take a look over at the Owen Sound dugout just to see who is going to be coming out for a pitcher. And it still looks like it's going to be Trevor Smith here. Indeed it is, as Trevor Smith starts to stretch and loosen things up a little bit. Still working in this game. Last inning for Smith was a 3-up, 3-down inning. Exactly what he wanted to do, getting through the bottom 2 hitters of the Ivy Rangers order, and then retired the first hitter, Ryan Barr. He'll have to face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, though, so no easy challenge here in the 6th inning. First up is going to be the catcher, Parker Walker. Parker Walker, his last plate appearance, I believe, was a sacrifice fly to score a run. Thank you. Just chatting with the one of the managers here. A defensive change in the game made by the Owen Sound Baysox, now playing in left field. Replacing Waylon Wilson will be Hamill. That is John Hamill, number 5. So a slight little change here to the defense as we start the 6th inning. That one taken in by the shortstop Gibson, and the first batter is retired. That's Parker Walker, the catcher. One down very quickly here to start the top of the 6th. Now batting is Adrian Gutierrez, .271 average coming into the game today with 48 plate appearances. Smith looks on. That one high for ball 1. Not an easy part of the order for Smith, who has now been through this is his 3rd time through the lineup here. That one high, ball 2 to Gutierrez. That one is hit to the left fielder. Welcome to the game, Hamill. Quickly picked up by the center fielder and fired into second. Will they get him in time? They do. Not sure if Gutierrez maybe slowed up a little bit on the base path when he was running there, thinking that this was going to be a stand-up second, but then he had to hurry in a quick way as the center fielder took things over and just rifled this ball in. Yeah, I don't think he anticipated that throw was going to come in as fast as it did. And that very quickly changed things for Gutierrez. 2 down here. Top of the 6th. The number 4 hitter, this is Quintana. 3rd baseman today for the Ivy Rangers. Fairly solid numbers, a .415 average coming into the game with 41 plate appearances. Top on-base percentage, well, second highest on-base percentage for the team at .592. 0-1 pitch is in for a strike. Smith on the mound. Had a 3 up, 3 down last inning. He would love it again this inning. As that pitch in the dirt. Batter takes off to first, but easily picked up by Brown and tossed down the line to Post, who makes the play, and the batter is retired. A 3 up, 3 down inning again for Smith, who loves to see that as the Baysox keep their 5-3 lead here heading into the bottom of the inning. Up next for the Baysox will be third baseman Walsh. Of course, pending any lineup changes, we'll bring those to you as soon as we know about them. But we'll take a look at Walsh's numbers. Smith will be due up after Walsh, so we'll keep an eye and see. There could be might be the opportune time if a pitching change is going to be made. Taking a look at some fans who have come to watch the game here today. Sitting in the shade. Perfect day for baseball. Temperature on the field right now still about 24 degrees, and actually really not a humid day today. Usually you get quite a few humid days this time of the summer here up in Owen Sound, but there's a nice breeze at the ballpark today, and everybody seems to be having a great time. Matt Barr is still the pitcher of note for the Ivy Rangers. Baysox were able to tag him for a run last inning after he had 3 very good innings of work. Looks like Barr is giving the thumbs up. And with that, the third baseman Walsh will be ready to come out of the dugout. Wade Walsh, a .500 average this season for the Baysox. This is only his 6th game played. He only had 2 plate appearances prior to this game today. His day so far has featured a strikeout back in the 3rd, and he reached base in the 1st. Barr, first pitch in for a swinging strike on Walsh. Barr working down near the bottom of the order, the number 8 hitter. That's 1-1 the count. That's the sign. Barr delivers a swing and a strike. Strike 2 for Walsh. 7 strikeouts issued this game by Barr. He came into it with 32 on the season. He's now looking for his 40th. That one, he got it. A swinging strike 3, and Walsh is retired for the 8th strikeout of the game. That'll bring up the pitcher, Trevor Smith, so no changes being made, obviously, at this point. Smith struck out his first at-bat to end the 1st inning as he fouls back the first pitch. Smith looking in. Barr has the sign. The 0-1. Swung and missed, strike 2. All of a sudden, we've got Barr thinking about his 9th strikeout of the game here. There's the pitch. That one fouled over down the first base line. Collected by the first base coach and returned to the pitcher. As we mentioned, Smith's numbers as a hitter, not exactly the kind of thing you would write home about. 182 and 9 plate appearances coming into the game today. There's the pitch down low for a ball. Barr has the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. 9th strikeout as Smith goes down looking. And that will bring us back to the top of the Baysox order, and the shortstop, Kirk Gibson, scored a run in the first inning, walked in the second inning. And now he comes for his 3rd plate appearance, actually his 4th plate appearance, I should say. Thrown out in his 3rd plate appearance. Gibson sees a ball. Barr. That'll be in for a strike. Gibson kind of looks up on that one as though he disagreed with it a little bit, but they're called strike. Well, it'll be 3 strikeouts this inning for Barr. Nope, Gibson says no as he hammers that one up the middle. And it'll be a easy trot to first base for Kirk Gibson, who reaches. That'll bring up Hamill. This is John Hamill. Came into the game replacing Waylon Wilson. Hamill's numbers this season, a 111 average. This will be his 19th plate appearance. 2 runs and 2 hits this season, as he'll see that one go high for ball 1. Hamill taking that left field position. Swings and misses for strike 1. Already 2 strikeouts issued this inning as Gibson trots back to first there. A little showdown with Barr. Barr again checking Gibson. He's got a little bit of a lead at first. Increases that lead as he sees ball 2 thrown. Hamill now. It's his first at bat in the game. Gibson takes a couple steps off first base again, trying to get inside the head of Barr a little bit on the mound. There goes Gibson. He's got 1 stolen base already. He's in for the slide, and they got him. That'll be the 3rd out as Gibson is retired. It worked once this game in the first inning. It did not work for him that time. So 2 strikeouts and a stolen base out is all she wrote for the Owen Sound Baysox to end the 6th inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Due up for the IB Rangers will be second baseman Davies, followed by the left fielder Sauter and the first baseman Vanderheyden, all due to appear. Baysox still leading the Rangers 5-3 here at Tom Williams Field. And we have another defensive change to make for the Owen Sound Baysox. I've just been told that coming into the game will be Donnie Murray, number 43, who is going to occupy the position that was held at second base, or I should say at third base. So Van Cedar will be leaving, the second baseman. Murray comes in to take third, and Walsh will shift to second for this inning. So a little defensive restructuring here for the Owen Sound Baysox as they get set to go in the top of the 7th. It'll be Davies up first, the second baseman for the Ivy Rangers. Davies again a .304 average, 56 plate appearances this season. Scored 13 runs on 17 hits. His on-base percentage, .486. Very respectable for Davies, who sees the first pitch on the outside for ball 1. There's a hit right to the second baseman. That one easily played over to first, and Davies is retired to begin. Trevor Smith still on the mound this afternoon for the Baysox. He started this game. Both pitchers actually got off to a bit of a rough start, but have both settled down nicely. Smith, a 1-4 record. He would love to add another win to that mark today. He's in position right now. This is Sauter, the left fielder for the Ivy Rangers. Called strike there. Smith, the 0-2. Fouled back. Sauter will stay alive. Vanderhayden in the on-deck circle right now. And actually, we might have a change here in the on-deck circle, as that looks like it might be Barr coming up to bat. That one in the dirt, ball 1. Smith. That one low again. Sauter staying alive in the count. Ooh, high and outside. That runs the count full for Sauter. Smith has his sign, delivers, and outside he'll issue the walk here on ball 4, and Sauter will reach base. And that is going to bring up Matt Barr to bat.
Hey, JV, get him?
There's the pitch and a strike called on Barr. Smith checks the runner. Still watching out of the corner of his eye, makes the throw over to first and keeps him honest anyway. French is on deck, the right fielder. pitcher Matt Barr at the plate. That one. Oh, a called strike. And he looks back at the umpire too, Matt Barr does. Really? That one was over the zone? I'm a pitcher, I know. And a time called here. Oh, and he is. There is a bit of an argument going, I think, here. I thought that might have been a friendly disagreement, but the umpire wanted one more word in. And Smith with the 0-2 pitch, trying to win this pitcher's duel. He won't that time, though. Barr gets to take the base, and all runners will be safe here on that swinging pitch, strike 3 pitch in the dirt. So Barr reaches safely. Sauter advances to second. And now Smith is going to have a few teammates come in and chat. Talk about how they can possibly find a double play ball, maybe coming off the bat of French here, the right fielder. He's made 2 plate appearances so far in this game. It's in the number 8 hole for the Ivy Rangers. Looking at the numbers for Braden French, it's 200 average, 16 games played, 20 at-bats. He has a couple extra base hits this season, and he's also reached 3 times on a walk and 3 times on a hit by pitch. 407 on base percentage is what Trevor Smith is facing here. Would dearly love a ground play ball. Get out of this inning. Checks the runner at second. Pitch into French, swing and a miss, and that one hit the catcher right in the mask. Right away the umpire checks to make sure he's okay. They're checking out the mask to make sure it's okay, and it's all good. Smith on the mound. Takes a look at second. Here's the 0-1, swung and missed, strike 2. Seemed like there might have been a bit of extra zip on that last one. Smith gets some confidence going here. 0-2 pitch, swung on, strike 3. As French is retired, Smith with the timely strikeout. And now he just needs to get one more, and he finds himself up against the number 9 hitter, Mason Walker, shortstop today. Walker struck out in the 2nd inning. Was retired in his plate appearance last inning as he fouls that first one back. 0-1. Smith, a 1 pitch, swung and strike 2. Gets Walker to chase. Up high on that one. Now Smith in a great position here. Smith, 0-2 pitch. That one in play, right to the shortstop. Gibson has got it. Over to first it goes. And he is retired. They don't get the strikeout to end that inning, but they do get the great play from Kirk Gibson. And a fine victory this afternoon for the Owen Sound Baysox, who see a little bit of life out of these Ivy Rangers. They threatened early in this game. In fact, it looked like it was going to be a very long day for both pitchers, but both settled in very nicely. And we ended up having a great afternoon of baseball. 5-3 the final score. The Owen Sound Baysox are starting to, well, at least as of today, turn things around slightly. A victory here, their 4th of the season this afternoon. Sorry, make that their 6th of the season this afternoon. Will not move them up in the standings, but does give them a little bit of life in the North North Dufferin Baseball League standings. Great game this afternoon. Trevor Smith gets the victory, his second of the season. The pitcher for the Baysox. On the other side of the field, Matt Barr, he'll take the loss today. Still finishes the game with 9 strikeouts. That's 40 on the season for Matt Barr, which will not put him into number 1, but I believe puts him second most strikeouts thus far on the season. Want to say a big thank you to everyone for tuning in this afternoon, watching a little baseball. Hi there. My name is J.C. Coots. It was an honor to be here this afternoon. Want to say a big thank you to Mark Perry, Daryl Van Slack, all the volunteers at Rogers TV who came out this afternoon and put on a great afternoon of baseball. Thank you so much for watching. More Owen Sound Baysox baseball will be coming this season, of course. Junior playoffs are getting started in the North Dufferin Baseball League. There is a lot of very fine baseball that is coming. And, of course, don't forget, if you're in the Owen Sound area and if there's ever a nice day to come out and watch a game, Tom Williams Field is a great place to do that. Thank you again so much for watching today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.